Welcome back. It's been less than a week since U.S. troops left Bagram Air Base, and now Afghan troops are fleeing across the country. New video shows Afghan soldiers surrendering their American-made weapons to the Taliban as the Islamist group expands its control. Here with insight is retired Navy SEAL and the man who killed Osama bin Laden, Rob O'Neill. Rob, the images are stark. It's stockpiles of weapons, American Humvees, armored vehicles, and troops surrendering. How bad is it, and how much worse could it get?
It's going to get worse. We're leaving stuff behind because that's kind of what we do when we leave. We can't take everything with us, and the soldiers and Marines there did their best to destroy a lot of stuff, but unfortunately they get it. I've seen it before when we got out of the Pesh River Valley and out of Asadabad. The Taliban were actually taking pictures and sending them to us of guys on treadmills. And just to tell you a little bit about them, the guy on the treadmill was trying to figure out a way to eat it. So they got a lot of stuff. They do know how to use the weapons, but unfortunately, with 20 years there, we left stuff behind. They're going to get their hands on it, and a lot of the Afghans aren't going to fight for it. They're going to throw their weapons down and run for the border.
Yeah, because it is ultimately about power. But it's always jarring to see M4s and squad automatic weapons in the hands of the enemy after they were supposed to go to Afghan allies to defend their own country. Right now, according to the Long War Journal, the Taliban controls 193 districts in the country. 130 of them are contested, and only 75 are under Afghan government control. You trained a lot with the Special Operations Force, the Afghan National Army. Are there elements of the Afghan army that will stay and fight to try to defend even the capital of Kabul?
Yes, there are elements that will stay and fight. I have worked with a lot of them, and there are some great guys there. Some of the best people I've met are in Afghanistan. Unfortunately, that's not all of them. A lot of the soldiers there knew that we would pay them because we pay people there. A lot of them see it as a propped up government. And we would train guys that would, inshallah, God willing, I wasn't supposed to come to training today, and they wouldn't. They'd leave for days at a time. They were there for a paycheck, the free uniform, and the free gun. Most of them, for good reason, are afraid of the Taliban, and they're simply not going to fight. They want to protect their families. Some of them will just flee. The ones that fight, God bless them. But unfortunately, there in Afghanistan, they don't like the propped up governments. They need the support of the locals, and they have short memories. They think the Taliban are coming back in and lying and saying they're going to give them good Islamic rule, but we know what's going to happen. They're going to put the women and the children back in the corners. They're going to not let anyone get educated. No music, full beards. It's not going to be good for them.
Rob, what does it mean for American security if we were to see Kabul fall and the Afghan National Army totally dissipate?
Kabul falling is going to happen. The problem is when we saw Bagram fall, when we just left Bagram, we should have kept that. Again, it can self-support, and it's not a black and white issue. We don't need to either be in and control Afghanistan. We need an air base there for a lot of reasons, strategic reasons. Russia's to the north, China's out there, Iran's right there. We have a foothold. And also, when the convoys come, especially from the madrasas on the Pakistan border, when ISIS and the Taliban come rolling in, we can simply bomb them. Now we can't. We have aircraft carriers out there, but the logistics that go with refueling jets from a carrier to fly all across the land, not realistic. We can defend Afghanistan. We have a hospital there. We can support the jets, and we can even do convoys and refuel jets flying over to resupport. It was a big mistake to get rid of Bagram, and now Bagram cannot control the 650 troops that are left in the embassy. That's going to be a mess trying to get out, which we're going to need to get out. And we don't have enough in this segment. Wait till China rolls in.
No, you're right. Talk about someone who understands power projection from the United States of America. You lose that foothold, it's gone. Rob O'Neill, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.